Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to change the oil and filter in a Ram 1500 2017. The particular style of the model I have is the Tradesman, and here we go. Alright, so you want to make sure you have your oil pan ready to go, and you're going to look for your oil drain plug. This one here is a 13 millimeter. So I got my socket wrench ready with that already equipped on it. I'm going to loosen it up until the point I can get it loosened by hand. That's just the way I prefer to do it. And then make sure you have the oil pan underneath ready to go to catch the stream as it comes out. All right, so now I'm going to go inside to pop the hood. It should be right underneath the steering wheel in the middle. And then I'm going to open this up and find the dipstick here. I'm going to take that out and get that ready. I'm going to be coming back to that here in a moment. And over here on the right side, on the driver's side, you're going to see a lid that goes to the oil. It'll actually tell you the type of oil you should use for your engine, which on here it says 5W20. All right, so now I'm going to clean off the dipping stick, because when you put the new oil in, you're going to want to make sure that it has the appropriate amount of oil in. So you can't do that if you have old oil on there. So we clean it off, put it back in partially until you fill it back up, and then we'll check that later. All right, so now that it is finally just dripping instead of a steady pour, we can go ahead and close it on up and head to the next step. All right, and you want to make sure you wipe off all the excess oil so you don't leave a mess. And don't tighten too tight, but definitely want to make sure it's not going to loosen up during your travels. All right, good to go there. All right, so next I'm going to remove the oil filter. So if you look down there, you can see what I'm about to unscrew out of there. That's actually where the oil filter is located. So I'm taking my 15/16 wrench and loosening it up. Alright, should be able to unscrew it with my hand now. Alright, and it is connected to the lid. So all you have to do is just pull it right out of the lid and then replace it with the new one. The filter I'm replacing it is with the Fram Force. It's the FF11665, in case you need to go out and get that. Alright, that's what it looks like brand new. Clicks right in place. All right, and you're also going to want to replace the rubber washer. Right on here is the orange one that was from the old filter, and I'm going to replace it here with the black one. Okay, so next we're going to hand tighten the oil filter back in, and then tighten it off with the 15/16 wrench. So I put a funnel in there to make it a little bit easier to pour the oil in. But next we put all 5 quarts in there. So you want to take the funnel out, of course, and put the lid back on. And that part's all done. Now we can go back around over to the dipstick here. Pour that in, leave it sit for 10-15 seconds. Make sure all the oil settles down. Pull it out here. And it's full to the brim. So we're good to go there. Now you want to make sure you don't overfill, so you want to check your owner's manual. Typically the tradesman here takes just under 5 quarts, but if you put 5 in there, you should be just fine. Alright, typically what I'll do next is I would pour the old oil that's in the black container into the now empty yellow container to make it easier to recycle. But I'm not going to make you wait through that. I'm going to actually show you how to reset the oil light indicator really quick, and then we'll be all set. So you want to go into the start position. You don't want to crank it and start it up. Just want to turn it into the on position. You'll go into vehicle info, hit the arrow button. Right now it was at 43%, which it didn't necessarily need to be changed yet, but I always like to do it a little bit early. Then you hold down the right arrow button on your steering wheel to reset it, and you're good to go. Reset it back to 100. All right, one last thing. A good thing to also do after you get your oil changed is to let your car run for about 5-10 minutes. Let the oil cycle through before you start driving it around. It's always just a little bit better for the new oil to kind of get through the system rather than just running it right away. All right.